Namaste. Such a pleasure and privilege to be meeting you all through this international webinar that we are conducting. CYTER is conducting in view of the 6th International Day of Yoga. And today I will be discussing with you all, interacting with you all related to the health and wellness in senior citizen in the times of the COVID. So as you all know, what is yoga? That's $1 million question, right? Because each person has their own perspective, their own experience, their own feeling about what yoga could be. But in general, in the outline, let's just discuss, say, you see the picture, it's a beautiful triangle connecting the gross, the subtle to the subtlest aspect. The stula, the sukshma, and the karana sharira. The gross being the stula, the subtle being the sukshma, and the causal being the universal being, the layer of bliss, that infinite level where we are all striving to rise ourselves, to evolve into the causal layer of existence. And that is the karana or the linga sharira. So bringing all these three together is what yoga is all about. Yoga, coming from the root word yuj, as you all know, is to unite, to connect. And these three, they are not separate factors. They are not separate compartments. As you see in that picture, it's like depicted with 3 different colors. That doesn't mean they are 3 different compartments. No, it is all one compartment, one you, the individual that you are. It's a complete thing. It's a whole thing, and not HOLE. It's a WHOLE. It's a completeness, the holistic aspect of what the individual is all about. Because of our interactions with our, the environment, the society, sometimes, it happens that we get fragmented, we get divided. Your mind doesn't want to accept what the body says, or the body doesn't want to do what the mind says. So there's a constant struggle, a constant fight, a conflict between these compartments. So what happens is that the interactivity, the interconnectivity is temporarily lost. So that is why we need to, follow this art and science and philosophy, the beautiful thing called yoga, as a blessing to all the humanity. And it is an experiential science. We experience it, we live it every day, every moment. We have to live the concepts. It is not just something that we read out of a book, or we practice on a mat for an hour a day and then we are done with it. No, we have to live it 24/7, because the essence of yoga is discipline. It is complete, the self-discipline, the dedication, the sincerity, the devotion that you can extend. So what does Bhagavad-Gita say? How does it define yoga? Yoga is defined as, this is very close to my heart. One is like the samatvam yoga uchate. Samatvam meaning the level of balance. So physically we mean the individual is in a state of homeostasis. And mentally they are in a state of mental equipoise, in a state of complete equilibrium. So that is what, I'm sorry, please pardon me. That is the state that is promoted with yoga. So you are able to achieve that state of complete balance, a stable state. There is no tilting, there is no seesawing. And the other one, which is again very close to my heart, is dukkha samyoga viyogam yoga samnitam. So once you have joined hands with yoga, you can step away from those factors, from those, the causes that bring misery to you, that bring pain to you, that truly, you associate some reasons, some causes with pain. So yoga helps you to completely disassociate yourself, come away from those reasons, from those factors which cause that pain, the dukkha, the suffering, and promotes you and takes you into a state of sukha. Sukha, the pleasant state, a state of complete happiness and health and well-being. And you all know how WHO defines the state of health as a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely absence of disease. And they have also added the spiritual well-being now, the dimension of the spiritual well-being. So, what is it that we can connotate in relation to yoga? We always talk about the panchakoshas, the different levels of human existence, right? The Annamaya, the Pranamaya, the Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and the Anandamaya, the different levels, and how by, like completely gel together, how we can connect all these together and stay integrated to promote the state of health and well-being. The same is being said here also. And it has been said ages ago, centuries ago by Acharya Sushruta, and that saying that swastha, the purna health, the purna swastha, the state of complete health, holistic health, is not just about promoting your physical, the metabolic balance in your body. No, it is more than that, beyond that. Prasanna Atma Indriya. So he also talks about how a state of contented Atma, the soul, the Indriya, the senses, and your manas, your mind, all these coming together into a state of, the balance, the equilibrium, is what health is all about. Swastha, that is the term he is giving. So, what is aging? Unfortunately, we never have a reverse button in life. We always have to move forward. Say for example, in my 20th year, I committed this mistake which I wouldn't do now. So can I go back to that and relive that? I'm sorry, we don't have that option now. So what do we need to do? Aging. We need to understand what it is all about. It is a natural and inevitable process that cannot be prevented and it cannot be reversed. So there is no reverse button in life. There's only the fast forward button. And it is the branch of science that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of diseases and problems specific and related to the elderly, called as the geriatrics. So what are the factors influencing health and wellness in the elderly? Many factors could be the reason. Say, for example, it could be individual factors based on the individual attitude, the individual behavior, individual lifestyle, the genetics, and, everything else also. And it also depends on the environment in which you are living. So everything, influences the individual. And of course, above all this, there is the age-related deterioration caused because of the wear and tear. You can see, the hyperextension of the thoracic spine happening here as we age. The other physical changes that we, there's no escape from that. We have to go through that. So what is this current scenario across the globe now? As we all know, why are we doing all these webinars online? And thanks to it, sometimes I think that it is a blessing that otherwise, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet you all through this webinar. We would have conducted a small, seminar which would have been related to, just a small area, Pondicherry, maybe Tamil Nadu. But now we are able to spread across, towards the whole of the globe is now involved in this webinar. We are very, very happy, and thanks to all of you who have registered into this webinar, and hope you're all having a good time with this. So the outbreak of the new coronavirus infection is spreading to each and every corner of this world, forcing us to coexist with this virus, maybe perhaps for a long time to come. We never know what is happening with that. We never know when we are going to get out of this, get over this. It causes, severe respiratory distress. Apart from the other symptoms, fever, sore throat, blah, blah, blah. Apart from all that, the main cause of worry is the respiratory distress. in a few whose immune power is low. And the severity is more, especially in elders and in infants. So everybody is now worried as to how can we stay safe, right? And what do we do? And what do we do to just stay away from this? How can we resist this? And why is it that a few develop the disease while others don't? And why is it's severe in a few while not so in the others? Well, the answer is all based on the individual immune power. Hmm? So what are the causes that is going to affect the immunity, hamper the immune power? Hmm? And how do you enhance this immune power so that you can build up the resistance to these viruses? So what is the solution? We have just one solution. Hmm? And it's just one more question. Am I asking too many questions? But it is time that we need to think about these questions, find answer, solution to these questions. And like eureka moment is there. Huh? The whole of the problem, the crumpled state we are in, the total turbulent state we are in is like calm. And it's like the clean sheet of ice. Just nothing else is right. We are all calm and stable. That's what we are trying to find, a state where we can attain that state. The solution. So now, who's responsible for the health and well-being? And one more question, and then we'll go to the answers. Okay. So where is your individual focus? Are you focusing on your health and wellness, or are you focusing on the factors that cause diseases? So this is where, the concept of salutogenesis, pathogenesis comes in. Salutogenesis, if the focus is on health, you are in the path to promote the health. If your focus is on the factors which cause disease, so your energy goes into the disease is where the focus is on, the pathogenesis. So what we need is to promote salutogenesis, promote health, the wellness. So how do we address that? The best possible solution, the 4-letter word, we all are here. The common word that is gelling all of us together. Yoga, Y-O-G-A, yoga. So what is yoga going to do? It is going to empower the individual to take up the self-responsibility. You have to take responsibility for your own health. This is something which has to come from within. It is not something that comes from outside. We cannot buy this from a store, a departmental store. Can we go and buy, say, for example, a pound of health? Is it sold in packets? Is it sold in supermarkets? No. It is inbuilt. It is inherent within the individual. So what is yoga going to do? It is going to empower you so that you can build that inherent capacity. You can strengthen from within. So your resistivity is built up. So what is now the problem? Your immune system, which is now going, getting affected because of various reasons. So what this is, part of the immune system, just an outline. If you can see, the main things we will be focusing on is the thymus, the spleen, the bone marrow, the lymph nodes, and all these. Where, yoga actually, where the yoga techniques which addresses all these at one time. Say, for example, we are doing a stretch, we are doing a forward bending, we are doing a backward bending. Each one, activates each one of these components. And that is why, like we need to perform a complete integrated schedule of yoga whenever we are doing a class, a session. So what is this immune system all about? Like you saw in the diagram, primarily immune system is made up of the thymus, which is in the center. Let me show you. This is the thymus and the bone marrow here. And it is also supported by the spleen, the lymph nodes, the special lymphoid tissues, galt and malt, the gut associated lymphoid tissue, and the mucosa associated lymphoid tissue, and other, the T cells and B cells. All these form the major part of the immune system, of course, supported by other secondary aspects also. So the T cells and B cells are both produced in the bone marrow. Say, for example, we are doing a position, a posture, in squatting, the half squat, the full squat, the Utkatasana, Purna Utkatasana, all these, we get a beautiful stretch in the thigh bone, like activation of the bone marrow. I'm just giving you one small example where, like how we are doing it, how we are strengthening, activating the immune system, promoting the, enhancing the factor of immune system. So these, like I was saying, the two important cells we are focusing on now is the T cells and the B cells. So the T cells, they are formed, if both of them are formed from the bone marrow. The T cells then migrate into the thymus where they mature, and from there, after maturing, they are now transported into the lymph nodes. And from the lymph nodes, they fight against all these disease-causing microorganisms, promoting the immunity. And we call this the cell-mediated immunity. It is normally said that the thymus gland, starts to shrink once you attain maturity. But don't worry, with the energy, with the focus, we can enhance, we can keep it alive. That is why, again, yoga and your focus, the prana, circulation. For example, keeping Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. The thymus gland is right behind your sternum here, just right behind, between your lungs. So this mudra and focus, where is the energy going? You can promote the activity. And the other cell we were discussing about is the B cell, the B lymphocyte, which is a type of the WBC. They secrete antibodies and thus promote the immunity. So now, what is a stressor doing? The moment we look at something, immediately, say for example, we see a snake. So what is it that is associated with a snake? Is the feeling of fear. Why? Because we have read in books, our memory bank, the hippocampus, says that a snake will bite you and you're going to die. It is very poisonous. That is, some unpleasant knowledge that we have, which is stored in your memory bank, your hippocampus, saying all these things to you. And your amygdala, there is the cingulate gyrus, the survival instinct. Oh my God, I see the snake. So immediately amygdala goes alert, the sense of fear. And along with that, you have this memory saying it is dangerous. So now the whole of the limbic system is now, the churning starts going round and round and round and round. And this, the poor the hypothalamus, which is right there, now totally getting affected because of all this roaring noise, roaring confusion going around. Oh my God, what can I do? How do I save myself? Pity. So this is what is happening when the stressor affects you. So what is happening to the stressor? Now, the whole of the churning starts, the hippocampus giving command to your endocrine system. The whole of the hormones are now going astray, totally disturbed. The whole of the nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, the balance is lost. You are turned on into the sympathetic overdrive. So everything, your heart rate, your BP, everything goes up. So you are in that fight or flight mode. So all these, like ultimately causing an effect on the immune system, the poor immune system. When in an active state to a particular level, when you are, the state of stress, of course, you know that there are two different states, eustress and the distress. Eustress is a pleasant one, which makes you, it is more developmental. It helps you to promote and exhibit your talent. That is eustress. So in that state, it is like the immune system, you have a promoted factor. Cytokines are released, which promotes the whole of the immunity. But with chronic stress, one after the other, it keeps on happening. So now the same cytokines which had been promoting immunity, they are a group of proteins, that's all, which was promoting the immunity, is now beginning to hamper the immunity. The same thing, by causing inflammation. So your whole of the equilibrium is lost. So starting from one stressor, the stone is thrown into water, which was a clean surface, a calm surface. Now the whole of the ripples begin to happen, turbulence settling in. So what is causing this trigger? It is your own thought and emotion, which is now starting the whole equation. It's kind of a vicious cycle, that starts the chain reaction affecting your immunity. So how do we retrace? Now we have the solution. How do we go back? We have to retrace, So what is now overstretched? We have to release that. We have to start relaxing. So the autonomic nervous system made up of the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, two arms. Now the sympathetic system is active, the fight or flight mode, the stress response. Now we have to start promoting the parasympathetic, rest and digest, the relaxation response. So how are we going to retrace this whole equation? What is the solution? Change your perception. Let the mind come into this whole equation. That is where, we talk about the psycho-neuro-immunology. So the psychology, your mind, promoting, directly having its effect on the hypothalamus. So hypothalamus is a part of your nervous system, your brain. And it starts, giving commands to the pituitary. And now all those hormones which were released is now slowly negative feedback, says the situation is done, you can retrace, you can stay calm now. So all that comes back, promoting the state of immunity. Because again, the stressor causes an effect on all this. Now the relaxation response, all the yogic techniques that we do mindfully, all of them, a simple breathing, deep breathing in while you're focusing on the breath and breathing out. All these, tranquility, the mind is calm, your emotions are now balanced, you're more stable. All these, the psycho-neuro-immune factors are promoted. It is now calm. And now your immune system is automatically strengthened. So how do we enhance the health in seniors? You know the theory behind it. So regular healthy activity is essential for promoting the health and well-being in the old age. And believe it, everybody is his or her own healer. Again, healing is not happening from outside. It is your inherent capacity, your responsibility to heal yourself. And yoga plays a very active role in health. Whereas, so health promotion, yoga can do. But healing, it has to be promoted. It has to come from within the individual. And the quality and And the state of the human mind is very, very crucial in healing. With a positive frame of mind, healing is faster. Whereas with a negative frame of mind, the trust factor, the faith factor is very, very important in healing, as you all know. So, how does yoga work with the immunity, with you in promoting all these factors? By promoting the awareness of your body, awareness of your mind, your emotions. And we also focus on the dietary habits. What we eat is important. The ahar. So if you're eating healthy, it's kind of an equation, one to the other. It's kind of a flow chart, one promoting the other. Everything, it's kind of a chain, all with the interlinked links. So when the eating is healthy, automatically the waste, the toxins are released very, very easily. The accumulated toxins are not to be found. They are the toxins are released then and there. You are able to eliminate the toxins. So this, promotes your state of well-being and health. And your breathing naturally now becomes calm and deep, elongated. There is no effort for you. It naturally becomes abdominal. And your mind, when your breathing is so deep and calm, your mind is also, what is bridging your mind and body? The breath. So if the breath can connect your mind and body, you remember the equation we saw, the mind, body, the gross, the subtlest? The equation, the interconnectivity is strengthened now. And so once this equation is strengthened, you are fortified. You can resist the omnipotent and omnipresent stressors. The stressors now, what look like a mountain and now begins to look like a small mountain, a molehill that you can easily, this is something that I can deal with, because you are now able to think properly. You can modify your approach to the stressor. What looked like something that you cannot deal with, but now, like you are in a position where you can modify the approach and now you can deal with it. You can find a solution. You are objective about this whole, the problem causing factor, the factor that is causing you the stress. You can just step away, stay a step back, and you can, look at it and objectively find a solution. You're not subjective about it. As long as you think it is my problem, you're holding tight with that. My problem, my problem. It is like you're holding it close, and this little problem looks like a huge mountain. So now you are able to look at it objectively and you're able to address it. You can find a solution just like that. There's not a problem for that. And now, once you have solved all your problems, you can relax consciously, conscious relaxation, promoting the healing from within. So relaxation is a very, very important component to promote the healing. As long as we are uptight, the healing does not happen. So we need to let go, get all this out of us, address the problem, throw it out, solve it, and let the inherent healing begin. And once this happens, you become self-reliant. You can take responsibility for your own healing. You become self-responsible, self-confident for your health and happiness. As you all know, yoga plays very, very important role. It focuses more on your lifestyle. Lifestyle composed of the achar, vichar, ahar, vihar, and the most important component, vyavahar. What are you thinking? What is your thought pattern? How is your attitude? Is it clean? Is it pure? Are you thinking positive? Are you doing healthy activities, promoting activities, or are you like doing stressful activities? So yoga promotes the awareness where you can, think about all these, and again, correct if you're not doing something properly. You can address that and correct it, reverse it. This is reversible. You can go back and correct this equation. And vyavahar, which is very important. Ahar is the food component. What you eat is very, very important. What you are, what you eat. So what are you? Think about it. Again, the solution comes from within. So all these, again, interrelated factors. Vyavahar is how you relate to the society, how you relate to the others. Are you relating to them in a healthy way, in a positive way, or are you blaming the situations and blaming the others, pointing fingers at others for your problems? Again, think about it. So I think we can do a few practices now. So just bringing your hands in front of your chest, eyes closed, sitting quiet for a moment. Let us just think about what we have just discussed. A few points we have discussed. Thinking quietly, sitting quietly, your hands in the Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest, connecting your left and the right hemispheres of the brain, enhancing the pranic circulation to the thymus, around the heart region, the cardiac plexus. Focus on your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's do 3 Om chant. Taking a deep breath in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Now gently rub your palms together and keep them over your eyes. Blinking your eyes open inside your palms and slowly opening your eyes. Let's go on with a few practices. And because this is related to the senior citizen, I have just kept it very light, doing it from the chair. And are you all ready to go with the practices? Yes, come on, start. Coming in front of your chairs. Just see that you're sitting on a nice, comfortable chair, which is stable, which is not going to move. Okay, so we are going to march on the spot. So the left, right, left, right, left, right. If you're ready, can we go ahead? Start. Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. Are you doing with your legs? Can you see my leg moving up? Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. One more. Left, 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 right, left. And now, just stay quiet for a moment. Let's give a good stretching, the thala. Stretching, of course, helps, stretch your mind. You become more flexible. You become more resilient. You become more adaptable. So as you breathe in, slowly stretch your arms, interlock your fingers and turn it around. and stretch them as high as you can. Feel that whole stretch right from the base of your spine. Feel that stretch. Is it pleasant? Just enjoy that stretch with normal breathing. Focus. And now slowly, as you're breathing out, gently bring your hands down. One more time. Breathing in. Good stretch. Interlock your fingers. Turn it around and stretch. Just keep a nice smile on your face. Pleasant feeling. A beautiful stretch. Feel that stretch and enjoy that stretch. A good stretch. Wow. Feels so good. Gently, as you breathe out, slowly release your hands. And remember, the body movement is synchronized with your breathing. And that is going to connect the body and the mind. The psychophysiological connectivity is promoted when we are breathing along with the body movement simultaneously, synchronized. Okay, so shall we go with a few shoulder rotations? Just leaving your shoulders free, the ball and socket. Focus on this region because your focus, etho mana, tata prana. So where the focus goes, there the energy flows. So activating all these joints, breathing in and out as normally as possible. And now let's reverse the direction. Gently the opposite side as much as you can. Yes. Movement always gives a kind of a pleasant feeling. The state of sukha helps you to come out of that negative, the congested, the focus, the pushing down, depressed state. If whenever you're feeling low, you're feeling depressed, please start moving. Simple movements, rotations, just a swing of your arm. Simple movements like these help you to get over the state of mind immediately. There's a feeling of pleasantness immediately, feeling of goodness, something feel good about you. That is the other advantage with yoga practices. You have the feel good hormones released into your bloodstream with each and every practice that we do. All the techniques that we do, the active techniques that we do, all of them releases, the feel-good hormones that we call, a list of them: endorphins, enkephalins, serotonin, melatonin, and whatnot. The brain, the GABA, the gamma aminobutyric acid, all of them, one to the other, one to the other. So there's a general feel-good factor. Once you finish a session, you feel more energetic, you feel more active after you finish the session. That's always there. If you don't feel energetic and happy, please question yourself what you have been doing in the session. Right. So now let's interlock our fingers behind the head as comfortably, as pleasantly as possible. And now we are going to twist both sides. Okay. If you're comfortable, now as you breathe in, gently move your torso to the right side and come back to the center. And now to the left. Feel that twist back to the center. One more time to the right. Center. To the left. Center. That's it. If you want a better twist, what you could do is hold the chair, hold your arm on your thigh, and hold the arm of the chair and give a good twist either side. This could be done in your everyday activity when you're doing, when you have to sit for a long time. Just, remember to do all this so that the back is not completely compressed. So you just give a few movements then and there and release the tensions. Okay. And now the same. Just interlock your fingers behind the head Are you comfortable? Okay. So now to the sides. To the lateral side, right side. Back to the center. To the left side. Back to the center. To the right. Center. Left. Center. Back. Relax. So as you breathe in, let's do some gentle neck movements, the Shirasa Jatis. If you're ready, breathing in, stretching your neck as much upwards, breathing out, gently moving your neck down as much as you can. Breathing in, breathing out. And now gently come back to the center. You can, like repeat this as many times as you want, but time factor is something we need to keep in mind. So the other movement with the neck that is possible is as you breathe in to the right and as you breathe out to the left. So breathing in to the right, breathing out to the left, breathe in, breathe out, left, breathe in, come back to the center and just. So as we move on, are you ready to throw all your negativities, your anger, all that which is bothering you, all those tensions, the stress, the factors that cause your stress? We have to catch hold of it tight and throw it out, very forcefully out of us. We'll be using this sound from the navel region. So breathing in, out from the navel, if you can see this. I'm throwing out from the navel, like a full push out. Throwing everything out. I don't want all this. I don't want it. So please get out of me. Let me live in peace. So throw out all the tensions. So shall we just start shaking your hands? Yes, both your hands. You can do it one at a time. But now let's do it all at one time. Start shaking. Make some nice, big, round. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. I can see your fingers. No, no, no. You have to do it fast and let go. Let it loose. Let it loose. It should go so fast that I'm not able to see my fingers. I can't see. So shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake your head, shake your head, shake your head, shake your head, shake your head. And now get hold of all your tensions, all that, all that. And throw. Is it gone? I somehow feel there's a little more left in all of you. So let's do it one more time. So you have just one last time to throw out all that which is troubling you. Let's just get that out. Okay? So let's start shaking. Shake it up. Shake it down. Shake it up. And down. To your right side. To your left side. To your right. Your left. Shake it all around you. Under your legs. Under your legs. Under your thighs. Under your thighs. All around you. Behind you. Everywhere. Everywhere. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake your head, shake your head, shake your head. Get hold of all the tensions, all that's bothering you. Hold that, hold tight. And throw. Eyes closed. Just sit calm for a moment. Doesn't that really feel good? Don't you feel light? So the factors that are really burdening us, that is not holding to us. We are holding it. It is my problem, my burden. We are actually enjoying holding on to that. Let go very consciously. Hold all of them tight and throw it out of you. Have that pleasant feeling like this. We are going to let go a few more factors promoting, the metabolism in our body. You can see somebody sitting from a wheelchair and doing this. The Pavana Mukta Kriyas could be done from the standing, from the sitting, from the lying down position. But for elderly people, because we are doing a session with the elderly, it's better you do it from the sitting position or from the lying down position, never from the standing position. So as you breathe in, hold your right leg as much as you can, holding it, and when we are letting it go, we'll throw out again. Ready? Breathing in, fold your left, throw. It could also be done in a way where you're holding this and you could take your nose or your chin also. But with elderly, if you have a problem in your neck, if you have a problem balancing, like the cervical, any problem, please don't move your neck and do this. So you could just hold your knees tight against your chest and abdomen and throw. Ready? Breathing in, your left, out. And now just stay back in your chair. Relax in your chair. Just one more moment. If you're doing it from the lying down, you could also do both the legs. I don't want to take that risk from a chair, because what if, we lose the balance? We don't want anything unpleasant, right? So the next practice we would be doing is called the Brahma Mudra. It is a gesture. As you all know, Brahma has 4 heads. He had 4 heads. So we would be moving our neck in 4 different directions, the right, the left, and up and down. And when we go, we'd be inhaling, going to the right side. As we come back to the center, it is like we'll be using the Nada Akara, which is on the exhalation. So inhaling, you move to the left, and then back to the center, and then up, breathing in, back to the center, and then breathing in, down, back to the center. All the sensory motor connectivity, all those nerves from the brain to the rest of the body, the connectivity from the rest of the body to your brain, the afferent, the efferent nerves, all of them, pass through this little neck. It has to, expand and, like go in. So this little area, which is like so cramped, like a pathway, what do you call that, a road which has like a division where 4 cars can go, but now it is like 40 cars are going all at one time. They're racing each other. So how do you think it is going to happen? There's obviously going to be a traffic jam. So that's what happens with our thoughts also. We have so many thoughts every second moving through, and they say like around 27,000 or something is what I remember reading somewhere. Do we have so many thoughts? We have to think. Yes, of course. We are addressing a few, we are not addressing a few. Everything is out there in your subconscious. The chitta vritti, causing all those chitta vritti. So we are not going into that now. So the neck is the region where this correspondence to the brain and back from the brain, the sensory, motor, coordinating, all these nervous activities are happening. More than that, the nada, the exhalation we would be focusing on. When we are making a sound, the exhalation is naturally longer, elongated. So the better we breathe out, the better we can breathe in. So the longer we breathe out, the deeper we can inhale. So that is the technique, where we use the sound, the nada. So here we are using 4 different sounds: the ah from the right, oo from the left, e from above, and from down. So 4 different sounds, each one activating a different region, channelizing your energy into a different region. And, like the gesture, the psychological change that's happening here with each technique, of course, with the physiological benefit, we also have some psychological benefit, of course, because yoga is a mind-body practice, right? And what is the psychology that is changing here, that you are addressing here? When you move right, your neck, you now see, oh, there is something. I can see the wall here. I can see a cupboard here. Okay, and come back to your original state of mind. And when you move to the left, oh, I can see something else, another perspective. Huh? And then come back to your natural state. Up, okay. Oh, there is a ceiling existing. I never realized it. I never thought about it. And you look down, you say, oh, yes, I have something right down beneath me. There's a floor. Do we ever notice all this? It is like we are uptight, like the horses with the blinkers, just looking straight. We never expand our vision, the inner vision, the antara drishti, because the journey of yoga is all about moving inwards, the internalization. So, expansion of perspective is very, very important for that change in the bhavana, the attitude. You need to have that pratipaksha bhavanam. You have to take the opposite side. Like a negative thought comes into your mind, immediately stop that and reverse that process of thinking. So reverse that attitude. The negative attitude should be made into a positive attitude. So this is going to expand your perspective, and you'll be able to address all your problems and think positive. Okay. So if you're ready, just interlock your fingers and keep them on your thighs. Just staying comfortable, keeping your back, neck, and the head in a straight line. Sitting erect, comfortable, eyes closed, your feet on the ground. As you breathe in, let's do 3 rounds of the practice. You can just follow me. Breathing in, 2, to the right side, 3, 4, 5, 6, out. Left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out. Breathing up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out. One more round. To the right, breathing in, out. In left. In up. Down. And in this, like when you're doing the open your mouth wide. When you're doing the ooh, pucker your mouth like a beak of the crow, Kaki Mudra. When you're doing the E, do that Hasya Mudra, E, smile. This is actually a very good massage to your facial muscles also, which tighten up as we age. So it's a good one. So, ow, E, and so you can, watch this and repeat it as many times as you want to. So this is one more technique. I'll just show you once because we have to finish up the session. We cannot keep going on. So as we breathe in, we will be stretching our hands above the head, circling our fingers. And then as we breathe out into the Anjali Mudra, hands together. And as we breathe out, we'll come out with a sound. This promotes the energy within, promotes the centers. You have the different energy centers, the chakras, the vibrational energy that we have promoted with this technique, with the nada, the omkara, the pranava, akara, ukara, makara, all coming together as the omkara. So it's a simple practice all of us can do. We'll just do 2 rounds of that. Ready? Hands by the side. As you breathe in, slowly encircle your arms and take them above the head and bringing them into the Anjali Mudra. Breathe out. Breathe in. Take your arms up. Out. Relax a moment. Look into the slide 1 second, because if you see there's a star, a beautiful dazzling light moving up from the base of the spine to the top of the head, activating all your energy centers, energizing your being, energizing your soul, body, mind, soul, emotions, intellect, all coming together. So if you can see, as you inhale, just visualize, just feel that energy moving up along your spine. As you exhale, moving down. We'll just do 3 rounds of this beautiful practice, the meditation, the chakra meditation, focusing on the breath and focusing on the energy, a beautiful bright light, moving all along your spine and up to the top of the head, the Sahasrara, and then moving down. If you're ready, the hands together again, breathing in, eyes closed, just sitting straight, erect, your feet on the ground. And now slowly breathing out, start breathing in. Feel that energy moving up, breathing out. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sitting quiet, focusing on your breath. So a few practices that we did mindfully, as we discussed, helps promote the inherent healing, it promotes the relaxation, connects you from within, all of them, moving towards a strong immune power. And of course, chanting improves immunity too, because it helps you to calm down, helps release the stress, and promotes the quality of resilience. So, practice of yoga is not as easy or as quick as taking a tablet. You just pop up a pill and you're done. But practicing yoga needs a lot of dedication, a lot of sincerity. You have to devote some time for yourself. Put off your mobile phones, keep it away, and devote some time for yourself. You do owe it to yourself, right? But it's worth all that effort. The reward attained is invaluable. It is for you. Your promotion, your inherent capacity is promoted. You are strengthened from within. So, what is the take-home message? Old age is not a matter of years, but it's a condition of your mind. Even at 16, you can think you're 80, right? And even at 80, you can think you're 16, and you stay ever young. Yoga does not add just few years to your life, but it adds life to your years, right? And start living life qualitatively. Now is the right moment. We always think about the future. What comes tomorrow? So do we have to save this up for tomorrow? Yes, of course, we need to save up a little. It's kind of like if you can see in that picture, somebody, it is as if we are walking with a ball of iron tied to our legs always. We are dragging that burden along with us always and often. So what do we need to do? Just live this moment, enjoy this moment. It's such a beautiful opportunity we have got as a human being, to be born a human being, to have this consciousness, to be having this sixth sense, the perception, ability to perceive, ability to reach out to people. So all these beautiful qualities that we have been blessed with as a human being. So live in this moment, enjoy, cherish, and relish the life and living. Wishing that things were different, it could have been different, but it is like this. That is going to hamper your happiness. It is going to bother your happiness. Attitude of acceptance. Yes, this is what I am, blessed with. Take it as a blessing. Yes, this is what I have, and this is what is being given to me. So accept it with gratitude. Gratitude is very, very important in life for us to feel happy. So accept all that has been given to us with that beautiful sense of gratitude, acceptance, and this is going to help us, overcome the disappointment. It's like you are always chained, always tight, uptight with everything that's going on around. Just break free. Just let it go. Throw it out like we did, throw it out and be free. Live this moment. Life is to live. Life is to enjoy. Enjoy. Be happy. All of you. Just one more thing to think about. Observe in your silence. Observe yourself within. What is your focus on? Again, are you focusing on the problem or are you focusing on the solution to that? And one more question, the last one. No more questions. Do you recharge yourself as much as you recharge your phone? So how are you recharging? The way you can recharge is to relax, to connect with that higher source, the universal being. What is out there is in you. What is in you is out there. So the only way to connect is to be conscious, be mindful, and let go and relax. Feel happy, feel lively, feel cheerful, and live life to the fullest capacity, because this is one beautiful opportunity we've got to live. Huh? So live and let live, stay safe and be cheerful. Keep smiling. Hmm? I'll, like hoping to see you all in the future, and we'll keep corresponding with you all. And thank you so much for your patient listening. We'll keep in touch, right? Okay. See you. Bye bye. A few references. Thank you so much.